Welcome to Inside Sim Racing episode 16. I'm your host Jessica Lopez and thank you guys for joining us. Today we have some great topics to cover, including race results, a new product release, and much more. Here I have one of CXC Simulation's latest products. We showed you the G25 version previously on the show, but here's the new shift light indicator. This one's made for any application, and later in the show we'll set it up so we can check it out. First, the action begins with the Virtual World Touring Car Championships. After all of the online competitions, the first live event was held in Valencia, Spain on May 16th. 16 of the best sim racers in the world qualified their way into this event, where they competed simultaneously in the race room. Italian David Greco won the whole thing, and here's a clip from his post-race interview.
Then I tried to focus even more, and it went good. It went very good.
We'll have more of David's comments as well as full coverage of the live event coming up on SRT. Also look forward to our coverage of the second round from Bruno. Go to V-WTCC.com for more info or to enter in on the fun. Formula Sim Racing had its 5th event of the season at Istanbul, Turkey. All eyes remained on Marquez to see if he could keep his streak alive. Job number 1 for Marquez would be qualifying, but it would be Roy Colby again who sat on the pole. The other surprise of the day would be Keersmakers, who qualified second, giving Twister Racing a 1-2 starting position. As the lights went green, both Twister cars would get great jumps and maintain the top 2 spots after turn 1. Marquez immediately started hounding Keersmakers, trying to pass him, but ended up making a mistake, allowing DeWitt to overtake him. Soon after, Keersmakers made an error and both DeWitt and Marquez got by. This set up a tremendous battle for 2nd through 4th spots that lasted through pit stops. After getting fuel and tires, this battle would continue until the server had an issue and several cars were dropped from this race, including Marquez, ending his winning streak. After the confusion and final pit stops, it was Stefan Rualt that was able to move up into the 2nd position, bumping DeWitt back to 3rd. But it was Roy Colby's day, who at this point was out of reach from anyone in the field. After 58 laps, he went on to win by over 20 seconds, with Rualt taking 2nd and DeWitt rounding out the podium. The win for Colby came a day before his 30th birthday. What a perfect present. Happy birthday, Roy. This tightened up the standings quite a bit, with Marquez having a 16-point lead over Colby as the series goes to Monte Carlo. Check it out live June 1st on PSR TV. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the guys at the US pits have something to show us. The US pits have been building the NAGT mod for R-Factor for quite a long time now. We can't be certain of when it'll come out, but here's some footage of the teaser video showing the mod in action. We can only hope that this is an indication that it will be completed soon. The mod includes GT sports cars such as Astons, Veps, and Caddies, and many more famous GT race cars. The US pits has a long-time tradition of great mods for all sims, and many are looking forward to getting their hands on this one. Stay tuned here on Inside Sim Racing for the release, or you can go to theuspits.com to see the video yourself. Now, Sean's taking us for a ride on the Spirit of 76.
Last week, Core Team introduced the Spirit of 76 mod for R-Factor. This is really just the first installment of the mod and contains 2 different cars. The first one being the 1974 Group 4 Lotus Europa. The Europa is a lightweight, low-horsepower race car of old. It will require a smooth driver that can use all of the handling that this car has to offer. The Europa has a very distinct shape, and they have nailed it here. Great car models, and sounds that are unique to the Lotus as well. The interiors of the car are well done too, with right-hand drive on the Europa. And to give the Europas something to race with, the mod also included the unforgettable Fiat X19. This isn't just a normal one either, but the full-blown Dallara baritone race version. This car has always been one of my favorite street cars since childhood, and this version does it great justice. Still a lightweight car, the Fiat is heavier, but it also gets more power and downforce. Both the Fiat and the Lotus will take some getting used to, but all in all, they are great fun and drive predictably. The differences between the two should make for some great racing, and as the new models are added to this mod, it will get even better. Also, we get a lot of emails from people asking where to race, so to make this mod even better, it is being featured at Race at RFC. So head over to rfactorcentral.com and give this mod a test drive, or even better, get in on some of that racing. We are going to take a small break, and we'll be back with Jessica and the end of the show.
This is Graham Rahal from the Indy 500, and you're watching SRT.
A while back, we told you about a veteran sim racer named Wild Bill Satzler. He's been over at the Hobo Racing League running in the 90s mod for NASCAR 2003. With 26 drivers in the points race, Wild Bill was in 4th place going into the chase for the Cup. He had a rough couple of races, followed by a 3rd at Toledo and a 5th at Pocono. But it was a little too late for Bill as he dropped back to 8th place. Great effort, Wild Bill. Best of luck to you next season. Now it's time to check out the new SLI. I'm going to demonstrate it here on Miniville while Sean comes in and tells you all about it.
So you can see Jessie's trying out the new shift light indicator. She's running some laps at Miniville. And things to point out, you can see the RPM gauge, and the LEDs will light up from green to yellow to red as the RPM increases, and this lets you know all about it. As well, you can see the gear indicator itself, that number 1 indicating that she's in 1st gear. Miniville obviously is a 1-speed car. Darren did a review on the G25 SLI a while back along with the Nixon brake mod. Now they're up in our review section. So we took that, we put it into the review section all on its own. But this product is very similar to that one, but it's far more flexible in its ability to mount. It currently works on all ISI-based sims, as well as Live for Speed and NASCAR 2003. Go to cxcsimulations.com if you're interested in checking one out yourself. They retail for $119 plus shipping and handling.
So, before we end the show, I would like to remind you all out there to visit SRTube to see the latest viewer-submitted videos. We already have a nice collection and the list keeps growing. If you're an inspiring filmmaker, be sure to contact us about adding your videos to this section by emailing info@insidesimracing.tv. Last but not least, YouTube is now our premier provider. All shows will be on YouTube first. We invite you all to become subscribers so you can be notified instantly when a new show is up. You can also post all your comments on all the videos, and we love to hear what you have to say. I want to once again thank you all for watching the show. I'm Jessica. Until next time, happy racing.